Hello friends, my name is Sagar and I am from Code Generator channel. I am here to teach you about the programming language C. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Our first topic is Fibonacci series. So what is Fibonacci series? As you have learned in your mathematics, a Fibonacci series is a series in which each term is the sum of the last two preceding consecutive terms. Since for the sum you need two values, so for the first term and second term, the values what we are going to assume are 0 and 1 respectively, and from the third terms the algorithm will be according to the series. So for that we are using Turbo C++ compiler. You can use any other compiler. So let's get started. Such type of window will be opened and we will start Turbo C++. So this is the interface for Turbo C++. What we are going to do is click on the file and going on a new. So this type of interface you will be seeing, and just click on that arrow that will extend your window. And now we are going to write our code. So first of all we are going to write our header files. Include said that it will include the header file. stdio.h stands for standard input output and .h stands for the header file. Okay, so include, that is, it will include that header file stdio.h in our program. What is a header file? A header file is a prototype of the functions that are predefined in the programming language C, and we are going to write another header file named as connew.h, that stands for console input output. So what is our program name? Is Fibonacci series. So what I have used is called comment. The comments are the function just to highlight our program, and they are never compiled. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you use them or not, they will not cause any harm to your program. So let's get started. We are starting from void main. A main is a very important function in programming language C. The compilation of program starts from main, and void stands for the data type that will be returned by a function main. Okay, in that place of void we can have character, char, int, integer, float. Okay, but void says that it will not return any sort of values. Now for writing a program we need some variables. So our variables are going to be of integer type, and these variables are going to I, comma n, comma a, comma b, and comma next term. Okay, and by closing it with colon or semicolon. Okay, now what we are going to write is CLR SCR. This stands for clear screen, and clear screen means that this function will clear all the previously output which is on our output screen because of the program that had been run previously on a compiler. Okay, so it will give you a fresh and clean screen to run your program. So now for that there are two types of Fibonacci series or programming or algorithm that can use to write your Fibonacci series. Is that up to a number you wanted to see your programming series of Fibonacci series? That means you wanted to see your series up to a number that is 100. Okay, or the number of terms, that is if you wanted to see that your Fibonacci series will contain 10 terms or 20 terms or 30 terms. Okay, so we are going to focus on the first type of the number of terms. Okay, so what we are going to write is printf. Printf is used to print any string on your output window. So I'm just going to write that enter the number of terms. Okay, first the thing I am going to tell you that it is the most important thing and most silly error which every programmer made in programming language C and C++ is that semicolon. So you should have very precisely attach semicolon after every line you code to close that or terminate that function. Okay, so scanf function, it is used to scan the values or take the values from a user while running a program. Okay, so we are going to take the value n and it will be stored at the address of the variable n. Okay, and here d specifies that the function or variable n is of integer type. Okay, now again I'm writing printf. It is the most important thing that all the keywords in C language are in small types, that is in lowercase. So if you write them in your uppercase, it will result in an error. So be careful. Printf /n. Here /n is used as an enter, what we have seen in our keywords, that after the /n is being compiled, the compiler read it as an enter. So after the /n, every code or everything that is written would start from a new and fresh line. Okay, so now I'm applying a loop. You can do it with any loop, but I'm going to use our for loop for I equals to 1. Now then the condition I is less than equal to n and plus I. So first of all, what I have said to you, that our first value or second value, that is term 1 and term 2, are going to be 0 and 1. So what we are going to do is initialize our first values a equals to 0 and b equals to 1. Okay, now in a for loop you have seen three parts: I equals to 1, I is less than equals to n, or plus I. So what is I? This stands for that first part is for initialization, that the variable I will start from 1. Okay, the value of variable I will start from 1, and this is the condition, that it will run the loop until this condition is true, that is the value of I is less than or equals to n. If the value of I is less than or equals to n, the loop will be run until this condition becomes false. Okay, so the third part, that the value of I. Now how the value of I is going to be increase or decrease or change. So this part does all of that. Here we are using pre-incrementation, that is plus I. You can use post incrementation, but the code will be slightly changed. Okay, so we are using plus I, that is pre-incrementation, and pre-incrementation stands for first the value is incremented and then we are going to utilize it. Okay, now we are using printf again to print our first value. Okay, here I'm applying /n so that our next printf would be starting from our new line or fresh line. Okay, so printf and percentage d is used to take a value and give a value of a variable, okay, that has been stored. Now which value we are going to give is our first value a. Okay, so we have written here a. So for giving a value, that is while the value is going to be printed, you didn't require address sign. Okay, while we are taking a value, we require asterisk sign. Here asterisk stands for address. Okay, sorry, asterisk, I said asterisk. This and sign stands for address. Now our next term, what is next term? The third term that will be derived from these two terms a and b would be equals to the sum of a and b. As of the algorithm of Fibonacci series is that the third term or the terms are the sum of preceding two terms. Okay, so next term would be equals to a plus b. Now what we are going to do is to swap these values, since we are going to perform these experiments for the coming values. So we are going to change the value of a and b. So value of a would be becoming the value of b, and the value of b would become the third value, that is your next term. So the part of the loop is completed, and now we are writing get ch. That get ch stands for get a character from console, and this part is used to hold on our output screen or getting a character while we are performing or running a program. First we are going to compile it, just going to that compile tab and clicking compile. So since there are no errors, there is 00. If we have an error, we will see that there is an error in. Now we are going to run this program, so we are clicking on run. Since there are no errors, so our program has run clearly. So now we are entering the number of terms. Okay, so let's assume that the number of terms in a Fibonacci series will be 10. Okay, so you will see the Fibonacci series which has been printed has 10 terms, that is 0 1 1 2 3 5 8 1 3 2. Since we have not given space while we are writing the program, we are seeing this. So we are going to correct our code. So just press any key like enter, and now go to the program that printf inside our loop. So just go and click here. You can add comma or space or both. So I'm just giving comma. Okay, now again I'm going to run my program with shortcut key Control N. If you want to check is that program had any error or not, so we can first go for compilation. For compilation, the shortcut key is Alt plus F9. Since there are no error, press any key. Now we are going for run. For that, the shortcut key is Control F9. Since there are no errors, our compiler has sent us to the output window. So enter the number of terms what we wanted to see in our series. And now that we assume 7, that our series will be containing the 7 numbers or 7 terms. Okay, now press enter. Our Fibonacci series is 0 1 1 2 3 5 8. You can see the number of terms are 0 1 1 2 3 5 8. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So the number of terms is 7. We can again do that. Now again running, Control F9. Now the number of terms would be 9. Okay, press enter. You will see the number of terms has been increased. So friends, this was our total program on the Fibonacci series. You can save it by just going to file and save. You will see the destination file, that where this file no name 00.cpp has been stored. You can see that that is situated in C drive in folder numbers turbo C3, which is in which bin named folder is situated, in which our program file named no name.cpp is situated. So what we are going to do, the .cpp implies that the program is of the programming language C++. The extension from .cpp stands for C++. So what we are going to do is change it into the programming language for C. So the extension for C file is .c. So just reduce it to .c and name your file. I'm going to name it as F series. Okay, and just clicking enter. You can notice that the name of that program is changed. Okay my friends, that was our first tutorial. In next tutorial I will show you how to run the Fibonacci series for the number up to a number. That is, if you enter any number, the program will be seen, or the number of terms would be less than that number which we have entered. Okay, so for today it's enough. Thank you my friends. I hope you have enjoyed. If you like my video, just tell me in your comments. Thank you.